it ages you and it causes a lot of health concerns if you don't know how to handle it. I would tell you, have an outlet in your life. Like, I'm a motorcycle rider, so I would jump on a motorcycle and go for a ride. Make sure you have an outlet. I don't care what the outlet could be. There's no right or wrong outlet. If you're a painter, a writer, a reader, whatever it takes you to get that peace and calmness, do that.
Um, One of the things, how someone goes looking for the right provider and the right agency, what would you suggest them to do?
First thing, you're looking for the right provider. Um, I would try to use word of mouth. I would try to find people that have providers and see what will work for them. And those usually the best providers, the ones you get for word of mouth. You can go on your website. There should be a website for your MRDD in your area, and there'll be different providers. You want to look at the compliance part of it. See what kind of complaints they have. Are they up to date? Do they have any complaints against them? And you want to interview them. You want them to meet your loved one. And if you don't feel comfortable, it's probably a reason why. They're probably not a good fit. The best way I found out is word of mouth. Who had what provider, and like for example, if Sally had, company A, and she said company A took care of a loved one and they had no issues and made sure they were always smiling. That's great. Sally had B, and B was negative. Then not to use negative news company B. So word of mouth is best, but you could also use your county board of MRDD. But if you have anybody, if you know anybody, that's what I said. Reach out to individuals. If there's not a group in your area that deal with autism, please reach out to me, and I will try to make sure that you get the right answers you need. But that county board, but word of mouth is the best way.
Um, what is your experience have been with the counties, the different counties you have had your son in? Have they helped you out, or because I know you've been several counties. Have they assisted in any kind of way, or have they provided any other resources or help, anything like that?
Yeah, counties. Our counties is not good for us. They have not protected my son and a lot of other individuals. It's just not good for us. Our county is all like smoke and mirrors. Certain counties are better than others. Like some counties really really help the people, and they really help their individuals. But it all starts with your SSA, and that's probably like the middle management. That's the one. That's what gives you all your information. That's who find out different benefits of you know of the state and what they could do for your loved one. And SSA, if your SSA is not in your corner, he or she will not give you all the benefits that your loved one deserves. And you have to stay on top of your SSAs too. And if you don't, then a lot of times they'll get compliant, and you won't get those benefits. Like I know with mine, I requested information about a service dog. I received nothing, no information from them. I requested different information. I received nothing from them. And so your county, it depends on your county. Sometimes some counties are good, some counties are horrible, and unfortunately, you gotta make the best of what county that you have and that you live in. But the main person you need to make sure your loved one treated right and get the right rights and stuff they deserve is your SSA.
Um, what have you learned about the laws and when it comes to certain incidents? Because I know you had some challenges with dealing with the laws and lawyers and things like that, the legal aspect of it. Uh, as far as it was a recent incident with what happened with your son, and it made local news here. What ha- what has it been like to go through that?
I'll be honest. Since I've been going through all this stuff, I don't feel too confident with the law. A lot of times they try to hush this stuff up. They try to hide it. They don't really protect your loved one. Most of the time, it's hush hush. It's like, shh, let's not discuss that. I feel they don't get the right legal treatment. I think that they get treatment as a person that doesn't belong in this country. I mean, if you're like a legal immigrant, that's how you treat them. They have rights, but they have no rights. Nobody really protects their rights, and unfortunately, that's common. The rights are always violated, and the law system, the legal system, the judicial system. Nobody want to do anything about it because nobody wants to be the one that stirred the pot. So everybody wants to try to hush and let's not talk about it. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable with the legal system at all when it comes to disabled rights. And unfortunately, a lot of attorneys out there are not going to fight for your loved one. And everybody talks a good game, a great game, but when it comes down to the gritty, it's pretty difficult.
Mm. How have the doctors been? Have the doctors been pretty accurate? Have they been helped out a lot, or have professional, the people in the profession, as far as advising you, or as far as medication and what medication is good and what's not good? How's the medical part of it for Johnny? Has it been really helpful? Has it made any difference?
Yeah, I think with the medical stuff, the hardest thing we found is really nobody really want to talk to him or really they just want to prescribe medicines most of the time. A lot of times people want to prescribe medicines and how you doing? He's doing okay. Here's his script and all right, bye. And and it's nothing too. This is a main problem that you're going to experience if you have any behavior situation with your disabled person. Everything moves so slow. Like if you're trying to get ABA therapy, any kind of therapy, it takes almost a year to get started. By that time, it's too late most of the time. It should move faster. There's no reason why the system moves slow. It's actually slower than molasses. Because if you, I know for a lot of therapies we put in, it's been over a year and they're still not implemented yet. We're still on a waiting list. So how is that supposed to help with anything?
Mm. Yep. That's what you were just for.
Huh?
Oh, you okay?
I'm okay. I'll do it later.
Let me see. Um, it, I don't know. What was the signs about what recently about the abuse of your son in an instant? You don't have to go into real detail.
Okay. Yeah. With my son, I noticed a lot of marks on him, and whenever you're a provider, I don't care if it's an agency or a independent provider, it doesn't matter. There's a sheet, you got to fill that sheet out, and you're supposed to mark down, log any marks on that client, so that way it's documented, it's legal documentation, so they can't say, well, he got hurt or she got hurt under your care. And then so you could get the people that abusing them out of the picture and get people in there to keep him or her safe. I noticed the marks, and of course he had black eyes. Swollen, his face was swollen, stuff like that. It was, stuff like that. So I knew for sure. Yeah, and his demeanor too. He was real skittish, real scared, and it was definitely a trying experience. So we could tell by the marks on him.
Yes, I was about to say. And by that, how has the law enforcement community how have they been towards it when you reported it, and how was they respond to it? When you made the initial report about, and then it went to the county, and then it went to the other. How have the agencies have helped? Have they been any help? Was they really considerate, or have they really?
It depends on the area you're in. Some areas that we're experiencing right now are actually trying. They are actually trying to stop us from putting in reports, filing reports. They're actually trying to block us, trying to have all this different stuff in there. You can't do. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can file any police report no matter what. Don't let them tell you you cannot file a police report. You have that right to file a police report anytime. If they tell you can't because of this and that, pursue it. Some will try to block you.
Whoa. Oh wow. Man, let me see. The doctors, the judges. Have the judges been fair in the legal system? The lawyers.
Yeah, that part been pretty fair so far.
Okay.
So I can't really downplay too much of that. Just us getting there is a difficult part.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is really. Yeah, I've known this guy for 40 years, and he's a tougher boy. He's been in the Army and Air Force. He's he's a military man, and he's a tough one, and it takes a tough man to go through what he's been through, and I take my hat off to him. Yeah, and I feel like this is important, and that's why I wanted, you know, me doing this video, and I really appreciate John doing this and opening this up because this is something kind of personal, and people, and just for the sake of it, for people who are going through something similar in your city or in your state, that's one of the reasons why. That's the reason why I did this video. But yeah, so yeah, but yeah, but this is his this is his Gmail. If you can, you didn't see it the first time.
Oh, yeah, first couple times.
You can see the first time, and this is his over here. But yeah, yeah, it's been a tough road to go.
It has, and I said I think this is really important. As I said before, because this is something that's hit this hush hush. They kind of like this is something that everybody pretends is not actually going on, and everybody protecting your loved ones. That's unfortunately not the case, and there's all this support out there, which is not the case. Like I said, a lot of stuff looks great on paper. Everybody has all this. Oh, we support autism, and we do this, we do that. But what do you really do? Do you help the families that need the help? Not the ones that have all kind of support, that have the providers and have all the extra help in the house. The ones that actually need help, the ones that have nobody. The single moms, single dads going through this. Where's their, are they helping them? And usually the answer is no. That's why I want to get everybody together so we can help each other and get through this. Because what I'm trying to do is actually build a strong group to actually help and fight for people with autism and any disability. Because I'm doing this, I have a lot of connections, and I'm going to continue to work on connections. We're stronger in strengths, when we have a lot of people. We're weak when we're individual. Our strength is togetherness. So I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for interviewing me.
Yeah.
God bless. Like I said, if you have any questions, he has a PayPal, so you can also send it any donation you want to him too, to his PayPal. Because like I said, we're trying to make this a huge, huge organization. And this is where we're going to start at right now. And for that, we need your help. Thank you.
Wow. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, this is my buddy John from out of Youngstown / Austintown, Ohio. Yeah, like I said, we go back over 40 years. I mean, we've been best friends since school, and so